World War II took place about 6 years ago. It caused millions of deaths, and although it was centuries ago, it is a historical event that is still very, very important to this day. Just take a couple of seconds to imagine and try to feel that the fear, the anger of what was going on during these moments. Try to think what the people were feeling as this was going on. World War II is one of the most important historical events. With this war, there are a lot of other events that helped start it and end it. The outbreak of World War II took place in 1939 when Hitler invades Poland. That's when the war basically started. And I got this off of history.com, an article that was published in 2009. The war starts in 1939, ends in 1945. And during these years, there's a lot of events that and treaties that help end it and prevent it from happening again. So as you guys can see on my second slide, I put the causes and the escalations of the war. So the war starts in 1939 when Germany invades Poland. Days later, France and Britain declare war against Germany. So who was involved in the war? This is something that I put in slide 3, if you guys can go ahead and follow. So the countries that were involved were Britain, France, Soviet Union, the United States, Germany, Japan, and Italy. During this time, the presidents of the United States were Franklin Roosevelt and Harry Truman. So what were some of the major events that happened during World War II? So after the war started with France and Germany, Germany in 1940 invades Norway. In December 1941, the US suffers an attack from Japan where they attack the Pearl Harbor. And I got this information off of Masterpiece, an article that was published in 2023. In January 1942, there was a high extermination concentration camps of Jews. Later, in 1942, the US bomb sinks Japanese aircrafts, and this is also known as the Battle of Midway. And in November 1942, America officially joins the war. And I got this from an article called Timeline, and it was published in 2025. So in 1942, the Battle of Kursk is a confrontation of the Soviet Union and the Nazis. In June 1944, the Allied forces invade Norway, hoping to liberate Paris from the Nazis. Then in 1945, Germany finally decides to surrender to the Allied forces, making it the end of World War II. This is also known as VE Day, and I got this information as well from Masterpiece, published in 2023. After years of fear and many casualties, when World War II came to an end, there was treaties that were established to help prevent any further conflicts. So as you guys can see on slide 4, I put a couple of stuff that come with treaties and the developments that came after the war. So stuff like the United Nations Charter, the Paris Peace Treaty that was signed in 1947, the Universal Declarations of Human Rights, and the Convention on Prevention and Punishment on Crime Genocide. I got this information on blog published in 2017. Many of these treaties helped and continue to help maintain the peace of the world for centuries and has helped improve and prevent another war. And yes, even though the war was very traumatic and devastating, there were many improvements that were made after it ended. Since the war ended, there has been improvements like the human right advancements, technological advancements, and civil and social progresses. There has also been improvements in corporations internationally to help prevent another conflict and maintain peace. All of my points will now be brought together to summarize this historical event. World War II was a historical event that had a huge impact on society, not only physically, but mentally as well. It had many battles, and many countries were involved, and even after it ended, we were able to come back as a nation and maintain peace with treaties and agreements. I once saw a meme on Facebook, and it said something along the lines of, "War is something cool to talk about and see it in movies, but it's not something to those who were actually there to experience it." And I cannot agree more. We talk about these historical events a lot, but do we really know what it feels like to be in a war? Thank you, and I have listed my references in the bottom page.